The chariots thundered across the desert. Pharaoh's army pressed closer. Exodus 14:10 says, "As Pharaoh approached, the Israelites looked up, and there were the Egyptians marching after them, and they were terrified and cried out to the Lord." Have you ever felt chased by something you thought would destroy you? That's where they stood, trapped between the sea and the sword. They lifted their voices in despair. Waves crashed before them, soldiers charged behind them. Maybe you've been there too, when every path seems blocked, when hope feels like it's slipping away. In that moment, prayer became their lifeline. Exodus 14:11 records their cry.
Was it because there were no graves in Egypt that you brought us to the desert to die?
Their words remind us how fear can twist our faith. Moses raised his staff and spoke words that echo through time. Stand still and see the salvation of the Lord. Exodus 14:13. Slow down. Hear that again. Stand still. Sometimes the greatest act of faith is not running, not fighting, but waiting, trusting. This is a lesson for us today. When panic rises, God calls us to stillness because His power is revealed in our surrender. And then, the impossible happened. The water split. Towering walls of the sea rose on either side, and a path of dry ground appeared. Exodus 14:21 says, "Then Moses stretched out his hand over the sea, and all that night the Lord drove the sea back with a strong east wind and turned it into dry land." Imagine standing there, watching the ocean obey the voice of God. What impossible barrier in your life needs to move today? Step by step, families walked forward. Children clutched their parents' hands. Lanterns glowed against the water walls. Each step was a choice. Fear behind them, faith before them. Deliverance doesn't come in one leap. It comes one step at a time. Hebrews 11:29 reflects on this moment. By faith, the people passed through the Red Sea as on dry land. Faith is always walked out, never rushed. As the last Israelites stepped onto Freedom's shore, the waters crashed down. Pharaoh's army was swallowed by the sea. Silence followed. Exodus 14:28 says, "The water flowed back and covered the chariots and horsemen, the entire army of Pharaoh that had followed the Israelites into the sea. Not one of them survived. The oppressor was no more. When God fights for you, the victory is complete." Tambourines rang, voices lifted, and the people danced under the dawn. Exodus 15:1 declares, "I will sing to the Lord, for He is highly exalted. Both horse and driver He has hurled into the sea." Gratitude sealed that victory. And isn't that the final step for us too? To pause, to thank, to celebrate the God who makes a way. What sea are you facing today? Fear, doubt, or an impossible situation? Will you stand still and trust, or will you let fear chase you back? If God could split the sea for them, what impossible thing might He do for you? And if this story spoke to you today, share it with someone who needs hope. Subscribe for more cinematic retellings of faith and resilience, and let's keep building a community that believes, even when the sea looks impossible.
Thank you for watching. If you have been blessed, kindly subscribe to our channel and share with your close ones.